all that kind of stuff, and was living the other parts of my life that we needed to live. And
Yep.
they had, yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
When the time was right.
Yeah. And the time had to be right.
Donnie said he is coming.
Because, had they rushed into it,
Hi, Donnie.
Yeah.
But I've always said that too, though.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think that was pretty funny what Joey said about us abandoning him.
Mm-hmm. Where the hell were you?
Yeah. Where the hell were you guys? What the fuck? We're doing bar mitzvahs. Hey, Donnie.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, guys. Hi, Bird.
Hi.
I got your message obviously on Twitter, and I was like, yeah, I gotta go. And then I was on the what is it called? Post cruise disorder. It was so sweet. This gal Teresa was sharing a story, and it was just tears. And I'm so sorry I kept you waiting, but I'm glad I made it.
Oh no, we're having some fun. We've been talking about some various Thanksgiving food items. Yours and your bandmates' body parts may have come into play. Decisions were made. I explained to everybody what a taint is.
What?
A taint.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. I found out this summer that some of my friends don't know what that is. So I told everybody on the live that they have to look it up and Google it because it taint asshole and it taint dick.
Exactly.
Okay.
So there you go.
We're jumping right in here. Okay.
Yeah. With both feet.
But that was one of our questions involved that body part. But currently we're on would you rather Joey sing all the rules of the football game to you wearing only underwear, or would you snuggle on the couch tickling Jordan's abdomen?
That's a would you rather?
That's a would you rather, and you have to choose one.
I have to choose one?
Yes.
Why do I have to choose one of these?
There'll be a John question for you. Don't worry.
Well, yeah, I guess I'd rather be on the couch. Do I have to say the rest?
You've probably seen Joey in his underwear, and it probably was enough the one time, I'm sure.
Yeah, I hear Joey sing enough. I hear Joey sing enough.
Well, there's so many rules in football.
Me and Jordan used to watch movies together on tour when we were kids. We were like 20. We had a little mini VCR built into a TV that we carried in a tour case, and we would watch VHSs all day, every day on tour. So yeah, we could do that on the couch, I guess, with his abdomen being tickled. Sure, fine.
Well, you're lucky that you joined a little late because you didn't have to get into the decisions that had to do with Danny's turkey meatballs.
I'm glad about that.
Yeah.
Or giblets. Or giblets.
Giblets.
Glad I missed it.
Biscuits.
Really? Okay.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Is there any others?
Yeah. Are we ready for number 10?
Yep.
All right.
You have a list of these things?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
We've only got 3 more. So.
Oh, good. Okay, good. Hopefully I missed the bad ones. Okay.
All right. Hashtag would you rather lick the whipped cream off Danny Wood's beater.
Oh, what? Okay.
Or rub melted butter on Donnie Wahlberg's naked chest.
What?
And now comes the question of, can you vote for yourself?
Like Danny's in the kitchen, the egg beater thing?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Will you guys, am I supposed to answer or you guys answer?
Well, everybody's supposed to answer on the chat and on the post. But
I don't even know what to say to this. Well, this one's easy, honestly. For me, shall I go first?
Yes, you may.
All right. Well, it would be the whipped cream off of Danny Wood's beater. Yeah. Because here's the thing. Most people don't know this about me. You guys know pretty much everything. I don't like grease on my hands.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I eat popcorn. I never use my hands. If I go to the movies, I pour it, or I go and like it just sticks to my tongue and I scoop it up like a camel or something. Yeah, I don't touch the popcorn. I don't want grease on my hands. I eat sandwiches with a knife and fork.
Mm-hmm.
I eat ribs with a knife and fork. Yeah, so butter, even if it was just me, yeah, it's a big problem.
Yeah.
I
can
wash
see
my
that.
hands in the kitchen like 1,000 times a day if I'm in the kitchen doing anything. I don't like grease. I like grease, but I don't like touching grease.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I worked in the Wahlburgers kitchen for an episode of Wahlburgers, it was the most hardest thing I've ever done.
You had
With
a
the
little
grease,
trouble
like,
cleaning the
splashing on my
bathroom
face.
too.
What's that?
You had a little trouble cleaning the bathroom too, if I recall.
Yeah, you're really going there tonight, aren't you?
Well, no, I'm just saying. I think that's what I remember. I mean, it's been a few years, but
I'm giving secrets, and you're trying to remind everyone that I cleaned the toilet on TV. Okay.
well, earlier before you were here, I reminded everybody of how stupid I must have looked in 2014 after my first cruise and getting to share in your sacred circle. We were in Vegas at the After Dark, and we're doing the VIP, and I'm standing next to you, and they took the picture and whatever. And then I'm like, hey, remember that time on the cruise? And you're like, mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm all, that was awesome. Remember that time when I talked? Well, that was cool. And all I could think about was how stupid I must look because I would Chris Farley interviewing Paul McCartney on Saturday Night Live when he says, remember when you were in the Beatles? That was cool.
Yeah.
But you took it with grace. You're like, yes, that was very nice. That was very sweet.
It all worked out.
It all worked out.
Yeah.
Here we are now, and yeah, we're talking about toilets and Danny's beater. I'm just, yeah.
But not in the same sentence.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know what your answer is going to be to the next one, though.
Yeah.
The next one.
The next one.
Yeah, I didn't make up these questions, by the way. No More Games Radio did.
Yeah.
For us.
The culprits. Yeah.
I like it.
But
they were a little.
Mm-hmm.
If it was Friday night instead of pre-Thanksgiving, they might not feel so edgy, but they're a little edgy. But I'm okay. Let's see what's next.
You okay? All right.
I don't know.
Well, it's kind of a Thanksgiving theme. We figured people needed to have a little fun.
Yeah, okay. I'm good. I'll see.
But would you rather stuff Jordan's dirty bird?
Oh my God.
Or get bent over the kitchen island by Jonathan? It's Thanksgiving themed.
Yeah. Wow.
I think we've scared him with our questions.
I know. I'm glad he wasn't here for the...
My wife's literally 10 feet away, and I'm sure she's like, what in the hell is my husband doing right now? Well, I'm a John girl.
Yes.
So it should be obvious, but I prefer to do the stuffing. So I'll go with Jordan.
Oh. Wow.
Well, my brother switching there.
That's
switching lanes.
Or we could do both at the same time.
That's one of those all of the
next.
above. The answer should be yes.
Yes. We tried that earlier, and I wasn't allowed to do basting and biscuits at the same time.
No.
I don't even want to know what that's about. I'm going with Jordan. Let's move on.
Okay.
Is this the last one?
Yes.
Yeah. There's just one more.
He's so relieved. Look at that.
I know.
Well, everyone's saying I'm trading on John. I'm being a traitor to John. I'm not being a traitor to John. John likes Danny.
Oh,
That's
I'm a
true.
John girl, but John's a Danny girl. So see, it's
I think we have
That's
a love
very
rectangle
true.
going on here.
yeah. John don't look my way.
That's not true. He adores you.
Yeah, but
Hmm.
not that way.
Oh.
Makes me sad. All right, what's up?
Darn it.
Darn it.
Darn it. All right, Bird,
Well,
you're up.
Beth, you got another question?
There's a cat behind you, Bird.
Oh, yes, that's my cat.
Oh, hi, Kitty.
He thinks he's Mr. Handsome.
He
He's
clearly
not
is
wrong.
modeling for everyone.
He's posing.
He's
He is
not wrong.
posing.
I can say hi.
Yeah, my dog Jedi is asleep right here next to me. He keeps
The
busting
comments.
out of the room
I'm
and
just
back
really here for
in.
the comments right now. They're so great. Donnie and John's side chick. That's great. They're all great. Okay. All right. What's
Yeah, we
All
saw
right.
we saw you guys at the game show. Those moments were precious.
Yes, they were.
yeah, they're all great. Okay, go.
Yeah. Okay, you want me to read it out, or you want?
No, I don't, but you can.
All right. Would you rather lick the wooden
No.
spoon after
No.
Jordan makes mashed potatoes, or peel the apples for Jonathan Knight's pie?
All right, now there's people behind you, Bird. There's cats and humans.
You want to say hi?
There's another animal.
That's Mr. Bird.
Hello, Bird, sir.
Hey, Donnie, you want a cat treat?
No, but I got some dog treats handy if you want to trade.
Oh,
Hey,
that's
at
funny.
least I offered.
Yes,
I
he did
appreciate
offer.
it. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you so much.
The other one.
Yes, there's the birdhouse is literally the cat house too.
Yeah,
So.
the birds
Mhm.
birds and cats usually don't mesh, but I like this. I like the courage you're showing here, Bird.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you're done.
All right, I heard something about a wooden spoon.
Would you rather lick the wooden spoon after Jordan makes mashed potatoes, or peel the apples for Jonathan Knight's pie?
Okay, this time I'm going to go with Jonathan because that sounds less. I'm not even sure what all these double meanings are. So John sounds less troubling.
Let's keep you up
Someone
at night,
said
right?
Donnie's a pie guy. I'm not a pie guy. I like
No?
ice cream. I like ice cream
Yeah.
and chocolate chip cookies.
Ice cream is also good with pie.
All right, we'll go with the pie.
Warm apple pie, vanilla ice cream.
Peel the apples for John's pie. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm good with that. These comments are.
Earlier we had people deviling his eggs, which
Yeah.
Oh my
and
god.
we know
Someone just-
he's going to be protective of that.
Lexi Pie wrote. I can't even say it. I can't even. These comments are outrageous. All right.
Yes,
That
warm
was the
chocolate
last one. That was
chip
the last one.
cookies.
That was the last one.
What is your favorite flavor of ice cream, Donnie?
Oh. Does anyone want to guess? Actually, I was going to post a video of me eating my favorite flavor of ice cream and ask everyone. I'll still do it because not everyone who would see it is on here, but
Mint chocolate chip.
no.
Butter pecan.
I'll give you guys 2 more guesses, and I'll see if anyone in the comments can guess. And if you already know, you shouldn't answer because you'll be cheating. Because only like 5
If you
people
already
in the
know, you
world.
can't answer.
No, 2 more guesses.
Rocky Road.
No.
Did you say no to butter pecan?
Yes, I said no.
Okay. I don't know why. Oh, raspberry chocolate.
No. No. A lot of good guesses. I'm seeing a lot of good guesses.
Yes, Tammy. Cookies and cream is a good guess, too.
Everyone's saying cookie dough. It's very interesting. Cookie dough. No.
Butter brickle? What is that?
No one's going to guess it. No one will ever guess it.
Peppermint.
It better not be just regular chocolate.
No, I don't want to drag this out. No one's going to guess it. Just stop wasting your time, everyone. It is an East Coast flavor of ice cream that you can't get everywhere. It's called maple walnut.
Ooh.
Sounds good.
Has anyone heard of it? Someone on the thing must have heard of it.
Yeah.
I'm sure they
Maple
probably have.
Yeah.
You can get it anywhere in Massachusetts. You could
Is
probably
it a
get it.
particular brand that's
Nope.
only known for
Doesn't matter.
being there?
Maple walnut. So I'll explain what it's like. It's a little bit like, it looks like coffee ice cream
Mm-hmm.
with walnuts in it, obviously. And it's got a little mapley, syrupy taste. It's so delicious. It's sort of like, I guess it would be compared to like a pralines and cream or a butter pecan, like those kind of ice creams, but it's more of a mapley, almost coffee ice cream taste, but it's very sweet. It's not like that tart coffee kind of taste. It's the greatest ice cream in history. And I just actually had some shipped here because Ryan and Joe, who some of you may know, who go on all the cruises and stuff. Are you still going? Okay, I love you. All right.
Love you, Jenny.
All the Blockheads love you. She's whispering because Evan's making his movie. She said she loves you too. Yeah, so maple walnut. It's just so good. Ryan and Joe shipped me some to New York after the cruise as a surprise. And it was really sweet. And they also shipped me sprinkles, chocolate sprinkles, because I like to put them on top. It's phenomenal. They call them Jimmy's in Boston. If you're from Massachusetts, chocolate sprinkles and rainbow sprinkles. We call them Jimmy's. I don't know why. It's probably what the brand was called when they first made them. So anyway, yeah, so I just had another pint or 2 pints or 3 pints shipped here for Thanksgiving.
Wow.
Yeah. See, all the Boston and New England fans are hitting up now. They know.
Yeah.
They know what's up. But the reason I love that flavor is when I was little, we didn't have a lot of stuff in our house. We didn't have like ice cream. We didn't get that stuff. Like a lot of people, we didn't have shit. How about that? We had nothing. But my mom would always get a little container of maple walnut ice cream, and there was a strict rule in the house: no one could touch it. And I didn't listen, so I would grab a spoon, the biggest spoon we had, and I would take out a huge scoop and go lock myself in the bathroom. And I would, well, the things you were saying in Never Have I Ever earlier, I would just suck on that spoon of ice cream for about 2 hours. And then it was like just the cream would be on the spoon at the end, like a little glaze. And then I would pretend I was doing a Tarnex commercial. Remember that Tarnex stuff where they would dip the spoon in and it would come out and it'd be like branding?
Yes.
Yep.
I would then Tarnex all the leftover ice cream off the spoon. And then I would sneak out of the bathroom and do it again. And I loved it so much, and it was like the only really ice cream we could get way back then. And I know my mom knew I was doing it because she would like knock on the bathroom door and I'd be in there for half hour with one spoon of ice cream, like trying to make it last forever. And she never got mad at me.
Aw.
Yeah. So
even when she went to go eat the pint, that half of it was gone.
It would be totally obliterated. Then I found out when I would go to my mom's house, even up until she passed, whenever I was coming over, she would always have maple walnut ice cream waiting for me. And then my sister Tracy was at my mom's and said, she started telling a story of how she would do the exact same thing as me. She would steal a giant spoon of maple walnut and go hide in the bathroom. So literally we must have just been missing each other doing the same thing.
Well, with that many siblings, yeah. I'm sure you guys could have just been in cahoots with each other and gotten double the ice cream.
True. Yeah, maple walnut though. For all those wondering, you got to try it. It's the best.
I'll have to remember that next time I
Best
go to New
candy
England.
bar. Anyone want to guess my favorite candy? All the Canadian fans will get it because they
It's all those coffee things.
yeah, coffee.
Yes.
Oh
I
my
forget
God.
what they're called, but
Coffee crisp.
coffee crisps. Yes.
Okay.
They just don't have them in the U.S. It's terrible.
I know. That is sad.
Yeah. My favorite U.S. candy bar, though, no one will get that. Well, I have two. Hershey bar, plain Hershey bar is the greatest. And Mallow cups. Anyone know Mallow cups?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Come on,
Yep.
Mallow. So good. So good.
They're the best.
I'm kind of hijacking your conversation. I'm sorry. Why don't we go back to whatever
Oh,
you were
no. This
about,
is fine.
Candy
about
bars.
John bending me over
Over the kitchen counter.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
I
would
was
do
gonna say-
that. I would do that. I would
Do
do
that?
that on an episode of Farmhouse Fixer. I would
Farmhouse
do it.
Fixer.
The only way he's gonna let me on the freaking show.
You just need to buy a farmhouse.
Yeah.
See, he ain't helping nobody. He ain't helping us. Everyone's like, John, will you fix my house? He's like, no.
He's probably afraid of the repercussions of the backlash.
He's smart. No, he's smart.
Uh-huh.
John's smart.
He
He's
is.
Mixing
waiting till,
business like that.
Mhm.
you know, around season 5 or 6, you gotta get the audience re-interested in your TV show. That's what he's gonna say. All right, I'm gonna fix up all my bandmates' houses. We'll get a nice spike in the ratings. Can't give that away in season 2 and 3. He'll do it later. He's smart. He's a smart guy.
Is that how it works? Season 5 or 6?
Well,
Mhm.
I don't know. It could be season 10. It could be whatever. You know.
Yeah. But is there seriously like a special formula, like when, say, you feel like the interest is waned or the ratings are down, or
No, it won't
especially
even
when
be.
it comes to unscripted TV?
Mhm.
No, it wouldn't even be John. I mean, they're constantly with unscripted shows. They're always trying to come up with the new ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Like Wahlburgers, they would say, all right, this year we need more of this and less of this. You know, we need less of Mark playing golf and more of Donnie in the restaurant,
Yeah.
Being funny with Paul. Because, so that's what the producers would say. And then
Right.
we give our own feedback. So, no, John's smart. He'll do what he's very honest. He has a lot of integrity about what he does. So he would be resistant to do anything that seems false. So I think fixing up one of our houses, I think he would push back on that, But by season 6 or 7, if the ratings aren't phenomenal, yeah, the producers might say, would you fix Joey's house in Massachusetts now? And he'd say, no, I don't want to. It's false. And they'd say, okay, but we need something, a POW episode. That's just how TV works.
Yeah.
But that's not how John works. He really does. He has a lot of integrity.
Yes.
With his work, he really cares about what he does. Like my brother Paul, they're very similar in that way. Paul is like, I don't want to do any of this stuff on Wahlberg. He don't want to do nothing. It's like, no, that's false. I just want to make food and serve food and talk to my customers. Get the cameras away from me.
Right.
Yeah. Of course, he's on a TV show, so you can't really put the stuff away.
Well, he was a good sport, but then it kind of got funnier the more they tried to force situations on him.
Yeah, Paul's really funny. He just doesn't know it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Right before you came on here, we were talking about how Joey made the joke during the cruise concert about the different incarnations of New Kids, and when you get to the point of John deciding to go horseback riding, and everybody in the audience was kind of like boo, and Joey's like, well, where the fuck were you guys?
Wait, John said that?
No, Joey said that. He said like in '94, you know, when he's like, "You guys just all fucking disappeared."
We were doing dinner theater and bar
Yeah.
mitzvahs. Where the fuck were you?
Oh, to you guys.
Us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
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 And we were talking about how we agree with what you said. We all had to grow up and go do our own things. And, you know, I got my first job and had a boyfriend and a driver's license. And I mean, it's not that I didn't need you guys anymore, but I had these other things that took up that space while we all went and matured and did our thing that we had to do to be ready for each other again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Grow up separately so we could come back together.
Absolutely. If we didn't, yeah, if we didn't, we wouldn't be here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all of us. It's sort of like it's like a family, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting to hear you guys agree, because a lot of times, you know, when we say that stuff, you know, the instant reaction, and I'm not criticizing any blockhead when I say this, but a lot of the instant reactions, no, I was still there. It's like,
Yeah.
because obviously, you know, obviously in some way, all of you guys were still there, or you wouldn't be here now, right? You didn't,
Right.
it wasn't like, I hate them, never again, and then you're back for some, you know, for a few, but anyway, you know, it's like, I never left the band. I wasn't in the band. I wasn't, you know, I was doing things, you know, I was like raising a family too. But there were moments like if I was shooting Band of Brothers, or, you know, like I was shooting Band of Brothers. I was in England for a year and I heard Jordan was coming over. So I went and met him, you know, we hung out and talked, and we didn't see each other that frequently at that time. But it was really nice. You know, we went to the gym together and worked out and hung out, and it was really sweet. Joey and I would talk, but you know, I always felt like I was still part of the band, even though there were times when it was the last thing on my mind. I still never felt fully disconnected. I never cut the umbilical cord. It just detached for a while.
Well,
Like,
how it needed to be.
yeah, it was still there.
Yeah.
I always believed it would be back again, like we would do it again. It just was a matter of how and when the time was right.
Right time.
Yeah, and it didn't. I didn't know if the time was right. I was just inspired and moved to want to try. And when the other guys responded that way, it seemed like it was time. And the response from you guys is just, we could never predict that. You know, we thought it would be fun. We thought it'd be exciting. We thought it would be cool, but we had no idea what it would be. And it's that way with everything for me anyway. I never assume anything with this. I plan like the concert. I'm like, okay, we'll do this here and hopefully they'll react to this. And when we go to OG Right Stuff, people, you know, don't worry if the audience is quiet, because they're probably going to be like, oh shit.
What's
Like when we
happening?
do, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. When blockheads are quiet, it's usually a good thing. It's usually like they're, you know, in a concert. It's like, okay, we're surprising them, or it's something they're paying attention to. So they're not, you know, partying and screaming. They're watching intently. And you guys don't miss much. So, but that said, I can plan for a million things, but there's nothing like walking into the room. It's like I got your message that you were going live. I popped in and it was like, I didn't know what you'd be doing. And I didn't know 1,100 people would be watching us talk about this stuff. Yeah, about Jordan Spoon and Danny's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, but I'm grateful for all of it, and I'm grateful that it all worked out. And yeah, we did have to grow apart and grow up. And it's lovely to hear you guys say that, because that's how I've seen it. Have I ever told the story? Forgive me if I have. I do get redundant. when we went to Germany and the fan handed me a letter. We were going to do, I think we were going to do the movie where the Dirty Dancing video is from. So we hadn't even released the album yet, the Block album. And we were going to
Oh,
Germany.
the one where you
to
guys are all dressed like pirates?
Like pirates, yeah.
Yeah, we're actually supposed to be like in like Game of Thrones era. Like we're performing for a princess's birthday party. But anyway, the story is there was maybe 20 fans at the airport when we got there, and one of them handed me a letter, and I just got in the car in Germany and I read it. And it literally said that. It said, when I was younger, you guys were everything, and then came a point in my life when I needed to grow up. I needed to be an adult. I needed to get a job and have a family, and I couldn't have time for you anymore. And I had to do these things, and my life stopped becoming about me, and it became about everyone else but me. It became about my kids and work and my husband and my house, my pets, and my life stopped becoming my life. And after so many years of that, I needed my life to be about me again, and still my family and these things, but I needed it to be about me again. And then you guys came back at the perfect time. And now it's get my kids ready for school, listen to New Kids, go to work in my cubicle, put up pictures of New Kids, on my weekend off, get with my girlfriends, go see New Kids. I'm connecting with old friends. I'm doing all the things that I stopped doing because I had to put everyone else first. And now I can put me first again. And you guys have come back at the time when I needed it most. And, it used to be, pack the kids' lunches and I'm tired and exhausted. Now I'm pack the kids' lunches, smiling and excited. The letter was so magical, and I have it somewhere. It was just, I read it and I was just like, it was one of those moments that reading that letter that just, I knew without feeling self-important, it told me how important what we're about to this journey we're about to take on was. It was, I just knew instantly. I was like, this is just bigger than us. This is not about us coming back and some triumphant return. It's so much more important than that. It's not even us. It's like a greater force at work here, and we're just part of a really magical plan that, our higher power, whomever that is, whatever that is for everyone here, is orchestrating, and it has to be honored and cared for. And so, I mean, just, it was one of those signposts that I was like, okay, this is not just her story. This is a lot of stories. In fact, it's my story. It's my story too.
Yep.
In my own way. I was going through some tough times in my life at that time, and music and New Kids was saving my spirit, and it was like we all sort of got together at this exact same time. It's really special.
Synchronicity.
Yeah. Serendipitous. That's one of my favorite words. And it means being in the right place at the right time. And that is what this is. It's always been serendipitous. Every single bit of it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. And I know you hate it when we try to give you all the credit. But I do.
I don't hate anything.
I know. But you dislike when we try to give you all the credit. But honestly, I mean, what all of you collectively as a group have done for some of us, the relationships you've brought to us, the people you brought to us, the love you brought to us, like, none of this would be here without you guys. And I just, even after and being on the cruise and being at Sail Away, I even told someone the other day. I think it was we were on with Naomi the other day, and I told her that being at Sail Away, it almost felt like you had the fans and the band, but then the love was like its own living thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, and that's an amazing feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. The
And
love is like, yeah. The love is like whipped cream you were talking about earlier. Like, it's dense. It's like it's in the air. You can just, you can feel it.
Yeah, and it never went
Very
away.
cool. Yeah.
It never went away. Yeah, there were some people who were making some not so good choices, but the love never went away. It was still there.
You know,
So
I think, can I respond to what you said? A couple things.
absolutely.
I don't hate anything. It's not a good, hate is just too exhausting for me in any capacity. So
It's not a
just,
good energy. So I
yeah, of
apologize
course.
for
Yeah. And especially when it comes to you guys. I don't even dislike. I'm a Leo. So you Leos don't dislike getting credit for anything. So let's just, let's just know, like, it's okay. Like, I'm a Leo. So it's, I'm fine. You can shower me with all the accolades you want. It's just that I know it to be true that this is just not it. The credit, you guys just have to, you can give us, me, whoever, all the credit you want for everything. I just know it to be true that you guys are a force of nature. Individually, magic. Collectively, just, it's, yeah, I don't like to cry. It's just, there's whatever anyone believes or thinks, whatever they're connecting to, it doesn't matter. That special feeling on that sail away party, and in so many other instances, in this moment now, it's just, it's so easy to look past it. It's so easy to just say, oh, yeah, they were live, and blah, blah, blah. I don't look at any of it that way. I just, it's all such a blessing. It's so wonderful. I'm just, I'm and I give you guys credit. Like, you didn't have to write me a DM and say I'm going live. Can you pop in? I wouldn't have known you were. I would have missed it, and I might not have made it, but you did it, and I said, you know what? I think I'll be free, and I want to pop in. It's like, good for you.
This is my I'm
for taking
not going
the
to
time
cry
to do
face.
that. No, but good for you guys for taking the time to do that, and and I've done it with other people. I see like Rat Tail is here, and Unique Natasha's here, and so many people are here, and it's like, we've all connected on so many levels, and it's only because you guys are willing to try. I was on another live earlier, and this young woman, Teresa, was talking about what she did to go to this concert, to share her story. And, it's like, it inspires me. It inspires me. I know we don't always have time to acknowledge it. And sometimes at meet and greets or in different things, it's hard to acknowledge your stories. And it's one of the reasons I say, like, if I only have 10 seconds to talk to someone, a blockhead, and they say, you saved me, I want to make sure that 10 seconds isn't spent on just them acknowledging me. I want to make sure they acknowledge themselves. I'm not sure where she went, Evan. Okay, buddy. She did go downstairs. Yeah. It's yeah, I want to make sure in that moment and in this time, it's like, I know it gets boring for me to always say it. Like you said, it's like, I hate it. I don't hate it. I just, if the last thing I say to any of you when I see you is not an acknowledgement of you, then I think it's just a missed opportunity. So that's why, you know, if someone says you saved me, I say, no, you saved you because you did. You
Well,
know,
you still have an amazing ability to make each person feel like they're the only person that you are speaking to. You do a great job of being in that moment when you
because,
do get a moment
yeah,
with somebody.
well, it's because they are.
Yeah.
You know,
It,
there's a,
they're the most
if
important person to you at that moment.
that's
And
that's it.
yep, we could feel that.
You
That's
you
it.
make people feel seen, and sometimes that means everything.
Well, it means a lot to me too. You know, it means a lot. Like, you know, I could just meet and greets. They're really special, you know, stuff like that. Like it's really special. Like I don't go, yeah, people are coming to see me in my eyes. I'm like, they're waiting in line for us. Like, wow. So, you know, I know, like, it's funny. It was a thing in the tour this year. Like, I just made sure I just said, I love you to every person that I hugged at meet and greet. And different cities had different reactions. It was really funny. Like, there was a couple of cities where I literally looked at Jordan. I said, you know, on an average meet and greet, we meet 200 people and 150 will say, I love you too, if I say I love you to them. And I was like, tonight, it's 1 out of 10. It's like literally 20 people out of the 200. Everyone else was kind of looking at me like, what?
I said I love you first. I didn't
Yeah,
even give you a chance. I'm just like, I love you.
yeah, yeah.
That's
But
actually kind of funny.
it's funny, but it's all good. And look, none of us are perfect, right? Like you said, when you were joking earlier about meeting me on the cruise and saying, remember that time? Right? It's like, we're not going to be perfect in our moments together. I would just say, like, I try not to judge any of those moments from anyone because I'm not going to be perfect in them either, you know, either with you guys or with people that I look up to that I meet. You know, I might say the dumbest thing, and I look back on some people I've met and been like, what was I thinking? I met like my favorite artist, and why did I say what I said? You know, so I've done it. So it does nothing. I don't see myself as being different than any of you. I understand my role in this relationship. I understand my role in the band and my relationship with the band. I understand, you know, what my part in this magical recipe of love and life is. I understand it. And at the same time, it doesn't, I don't, I try not to see it as better or different. You know, I've been alone in my room with parents getting divorced and like with Michael Jackson posters on my wall, like hating life and not wanting to be there and like, you know, wishing I had somewhere to go, something to do. And I found it, you know, I found it. You know, I met someone and I met Maurice Starr and I found it and I never looked back. And if you guys did the same thing, that first time you turned on a New Kids video, the first time you heard a New Kids song, the first thing, if you said, oh my God, this is a thing and I'm never turning back. Well, didn't I do the same exact thing? I just did it in a different path, but we were meant to do it together because that's
Right.
what happened. Right? So me, like, just being in that apartment, you know, when my mom and dad split up and like being like, I'm not happy here. I don't like it. I don't like, I got to get out of here. And like, you know, and like, I I found my way to you guys. I found my way to what I wanted in that room. It was this magical, wonderful family that we have. And so many of you guys, when you tell me those stories of yourselves, it's very similar. And so how could I not just appreciate it and respect it? And want you to acknowledge yourselves when you tell me. Good for you, because I know how shitty that can be. I know how hard it can be. So I'm proud of you guys when you tell me that stuff.
I can't even.
Well, it makes me proud when I get to tell you that because of all of this and everyone, I love myself again.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
And my hope is that everybody else feels that same way that's in this family.
Yeah.
Because then after you remember that and learn that and accept that and let yourself feel that way, then everything just kind of opens up more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I think I love hearing you say that. It's just wonderful to hear you say those words. Those are words we're taught to not say as kids. You know, what do you mean you love yourself? Oh, your ego, it's like, no, it's sometimes though, we love ourselves and we don't even realize that's what we're doing. That's again why I kind of say these things like, you're going to a concert and you're going to have a great time and you're going to forget all the bullshit and you're going to just treat yourself to what makes you happy. That is loving yourself. It's amazing. It's wonderful. And we don't think that. We might be like, oh, but I don't look good. I don't feel good. I'm not in good shape. I'm this, I'm that, right? We have all these things that we might be feeling and carrying with us like luggage walking into the concert, right? But you're still walking into the concert. You're still putting yourself out there. You might be the most insecure, nervous, down on yourself, feeling horrible about yourself in that moment, and you still do it anyway. Like that is strength. That's to be admired and acknowledged, and it is self-love. It is self-love. It's the story that I'm not enough, that I'm not good enough, that I don't look good enough, that I'm not worthy of any of these things. That's when you're not loving yourself. But when you can have those stories fighting, they're on in this air going, no, don't go to the meet and greet. You're gonna embarrass yourself, or don't go to the concert. You're not gonna fit in, blah blah blah. That's the ego. Ego doesn't tell yourself you're better than everyone. It tells yourself you're less than everyone. But that self-love is on the other side, and just somehow makes you go. It might be a friend who you're going to go with and you don't want to let them down, but that whatever it is that makes you go, it's that inner strength is what has you fight off all the demons and go forward. And so I like to acknowledge that stuff when I can. I'm not perfect. I'm not going to always acknowledge it. I might be having a bad day myself and don't really express it properly, or someone might really need some reassurance or something, and I might be distracted, or I might be more interested in taking a selfie with them or whatever. And I apologize to those who encounter me in those moments and it's not what you'd hoped for, but I do try as best I can to acknowledge it because I understand.
Well, starting by telling every person in the family that you love them is a good start.
Yeah.
Well, because it may unnerve some people, but they'll remember it.
Yeah.
I've had so many other first timers this summer saying, Donnie said he loved me. And it's the most exciting thing to see that smile.
Yeah.
And what an amazing way to start. What an amazing
Right.
thing to start with.
Yeah.
What an
I was
amazing
like, he
thing to start with.
did. Are you sure? Because he told me he loved me too.
Yeah, and I know when I say it to 200 people in one night, there's always one person who goes, "You don't even know me."
Really?
Yeah, there's always one.
But then
Please tell me
you
they
could
say
say
it just
back
like
to
that.
them, they don't know you.
No, it's yeah, I don't say that. I just they're just not ready to hear it in that moment. That's all.
Word.
It's okay. Hi,
It got dark at your
my
house.
beautiful wife's in the room.
Is your
She
wife
turned off
coming
the
to bed?
Have a beautiful life.
You just what, the turkey? All those questions you asked me earlier
Oh,
about
that's what
turkeys
she
and
was
whipped
doing in the
cream, and
kitchen. Yeah.
ask me with her. Ask me.
Were you basting her turkey?
No, but I would.
Was it basting the turkey and stuffing the turkey?
She
Could
does
baste
the
or
best
stuff.
Thanksgiving. She does.
Old school. Are you live?
I am live.
No way. Hi,
Yeah.
everybody.
She
Hi.
said
Jimmy
hi.
Carter, I'd show up.
She said if she didn't look like Jimmy Carter, she'd come on the live.
Jimmy Carter.
I don't know.
Come
That's her
Come
go-to.
on.
That's her go-to. That's funny.
She's
No,
beautiful all the time.
I concur. She's had a
Here's
long
my
day.
representative.
She's sending little Emily to represent her.
Oh.
Aw.
Hi.
I mean, am I the only one that still stuffs their turkey?
No, everyone does.
No, we
stuffing.
do.
Okay, good. Because it tastes so much better. You're
It's so much better.
Just cook it
You can't-
longer.
I mean, I know sometimes you have to make some extra on the side just so you have enough. But the stuff
Totally.
that's in the actual turkey is the best.
Totally. And I Instapot my turkey necks the night before.
Really?
Such good gravy. Oh my God, it's so good. And you pull the neck meat off. Sorry, vegans. And
She does Thanksgiving hard. She does it. She does it up.
That sounds really
She
good.
makes corn, but that frozen buttery, like green giant corn. Yeah, that's her thing. It's so buttery. I can't touch it, of course,
And those grains.
but I like to.
Because of the fear of getting your hands greasy.
Mhm.
Yeah. And what else do you
Those
do great?
Grand's biscuits.
Oh, she does Grand's biscuits.
Those are the best.
So
My husband loves those.
They are.
So good. We were gonna try this thing. We saw this video, like a reel or a
The
TikTok.
Grand's biscuits.
They dump the Grand's biscuits. There's
like
like
those.
bags of them now. And they dump the
Yeah.
Grand's biscuits
She
into a
likes those.
pan and put cheese all over it. And then, oh my God, it looks so good. But I don't eat cheese. So we couldn't do it. But it was tempting. What were you going to say?
She
What about
said
the
she
cranberry
doesn't want to come up
sauce?
here because she looks like Jimmy Carter.
Who?
Jenny.
She does.
Jenny, my husband says
you're not
hi.
going to see her. You're not going to see her. She's not coming on.
Yeah, I would off with your head.
Yeah, you're not.
Oh, no.
I know, but Jimmy Carter's pretty funny. I've been told that I would look like Corey Feldman's sister if he had one.
Okay, that's kind of funny.
That's
Yeah,
not.
I mean, who said that?
I mean, I guess it's okay.
I guess.
Feldman's not, he's pretty okay looking.
Yeah,
I've also been told I look like Axl
Corey
Rose.
Feldman's kind of a
He's not a
stud.
potato head,
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah.
He's a stud.
Oh, that's a rose.
Did you hear that? We have to Instapot the neck and the
Oh God,
giblets.
it's so good. And then you take the turkey neck meat off and you dice it up and put it in your stuffing.
Put it in the stuffing so there's chunks. You need
Oh,
chunks
it's
in the
so
stuffing.
good. And then you got gravy for days.
And then for dessert, you have maple walnut ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
With
Oh, wait,
apple pie from John's Peeled Apples.
Yes.
You got to put chicken stock in the Instapot with the
Not
turkey
water.
necks.
You use chicken
Yeah.
stock.
He's giving you recipes, folks.
I know. That sounds really good. Now I'm hungry.
Really good.
And canned cranberry sauce.
My husband he swears by that. It has
Yeah,
to
you
have the
just
limes
dump
on
it
it.
out, and it's still got the
Yeah.
grooves from the metal can.
If it doesn't have the lines on it, he will not eat it.
Yeah, you need that. You need that, and you do it in slices.
Yeah.
And you need that because when you go back for leftovers, a few hours later, you take the Grand's biscuit, you open it up, you
Yeah,
put some
and then
turkey, you put some
Yep.
stuffing,
So
you put a little corn,
Yep.
and then you put one of those little round slices of the cranberry sauce. Doesn't it fit perfect? Come
Yeah.
on, girl. You know, you
Yep.
put it's
Mhm.
it just makes the sandwich so wonderful.
Yeah. It's
You look
Thanksgiving in a
creepy.
bite. It's just like,
Just like spam.
You
That's
look
right,
creepy.
Jen
I
Marijuana.
do.
Just
Yeah.
like spam.
No.
You still have the Thanksgiving.
yeah,
Why do I look creepy?
No.
Why?
Thanksgiving in a
Creepy.
bite.
We don't do the Thanksgiving burger at
It was
Wahlburgers.
so good.
I know nobody was really
I
ordering it.
liked it.
All right. Well, we'll have
Right,
some
gotta be
tomorrow for
cooking it.
leftovers.
Oh,
Put another air fryer.
Yeah. I like the Jen's chicken, actually. That's my favorite.
yeah.
Yeah.
Go to after the burger.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
technically not Jenny's chicken sandwich.
I've never been
was a-
to a
It was
Wahlburgers.
someone submitted the recipe for Jen's chicken sandwich. Everyone assumed it was Jenny's.
but
So
I'll take all the glory.
she takes the glory, but it wasn't her sandwich.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
just pretend nobody would know.
all the Canadian fans they're not happy with this Thanksgiving talk because we always cruise during their Thanksgiving, and
Yeah.
now we're rubbing it in their faces that we are having Thanksgiving and a cruise, and they got to choose one or the other. Sorry.
Well, maybe next year's cruise we should have Thanksgiving dinner.
Mm.
I like that.
Oh, me too.
I like that.
Why not?
Yeah. Yeah.
And we'll have
like that.
turkey and ham
There you go.
There you
and
go.
tofu for the vegans.
Yeah, but only the
Right.
Canadians can have Thanksgiving dinner.
That's
Oh.
right. And the new kids, because we'll host it.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Oh.
Well, I love you guys, and I had a wonderful time.
Thank you for
Thank you
joining
for
us.
coming on.
I,
We love you
I,
too.
I thank you for
Get
doing
outta
this.
here.
And we covered a lot of ground tonight. Goodbye, Mr. Bird. We covered a lot of ground tonight.
I'd like to push him away.
We started talking about what I was tickling.
Giblets.
I was putting butter on my chest, and now we had therapy, and it was really beautiful.
Yeah.
You're a very good therapist, Mr. Wahlberg.
You know,
And this has been a hard week, and again, it's like it's right on time.
she's my guru.
Yeah, but I feel like you have enough day jobs, so.
Yeah.
But honestly, your love is always right on time. Like always. Right on time.
As is yours.
It's just, yeah.
As
Thank
is
you. Thank you.
All right. Love you guys. She's doing turkey sound.
Goodbye.
You gotta do the turkey sound one more time.
Okay, wait, 1 second, honey. Jenny did it, so you get to do it.
What do I get to do?
The turkey.
What?
She did a turkey sound like you do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's really good.
Oh my god.
Like dueling turkeys.
What's that?
I was a UPS driver in the country. I used to talk to all the animals.
Oh really? You were like Dr. Doolittle,
Uh-huh.
UPS
Yeah.
driver?
Yeah.
I had a donkey named Harry that I always fed, and he kept running down the mountain, braying at me.
Nice. I speak
Yeah.
to cows when we're driving on the tour bus across the plains. You know, I'll see the cows and I just yell moo out the tour bus window. They don't respond, but I do it anyway.
They don't respond.
But you're not doing it right then.
Do they respond to you?
Yeah,
Oh,
I swear they do.
They just kind of, you know, they got their grass or whatever they're eating, they just kind of go
yeah.
Yeah.
and then go back.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
moo really loud for them. I want them to know how much I love them. True story.
I love them so much, I made a restaurant with them.
Yeah,
Hey.
you make-
I didn't make the restaurant. Come on. And I love them that way too.
Something like that.
No, that's different cows. These are the cows with the milk.
yes, dairy
it's
cows are
beefs.
different.
Yeah.
Dairy cows are different, man.
Well, you didn't specify dairy cows when you were saying you were talking to them.
Well, I don't really see the other kind of cattle cows out there. You know, they don't.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
That's true. There's not many tours up in like Wyoming and Montana.
Yeah. That's right. I moo at cows and I woo at Target. That's absolutely right. All right. Well, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. One
Happy
last
Thanksgiving.
You too.
Everyone,
Yes.
have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
We love
We
you.
love you,
Fun,
Donnie.
guys. Love
We
you
love you.
too. Love you too. Have a great night. See ya.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye.
Apparently, I needed a good cry tonight.
That feels good.
It does. It
I
does.
love you, my sister.
I love you too. It's been a hard week. It's been a hard week,
Yeah.
but this was good.
Well, we all have each
had so
other
much fun. Yes.
anytime.
Yes. And that's the beautiful thing about this whole family that we've created. You know?
Yeah, and we can come on here and have some laughs and then also have some serious moments.
Yep.
And that's okay. We'll take both, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, well, that was
Yeah.
fun.
Yes, it was. And I want to thank you so much for inviting us to collaborate with you. Those of us at No More Games, you know, we love you. Be at you, ladies.
Yeah, well, thank you for coming up with some great Thanksgiving questions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some
I'm
dirty
proud-
ones that
I'm
we
proud of
even
myself.
shocked the Berg.
Yeah. May have scared him a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he recovered quite well,
Yeah.
so
He did.
I think we're okay. But
yeah, I'm so glad we did this, and I'm thankful for you guys and everybody that tuned in tonight. Everybody in this Blockhead world, you're all amazing.
everybody, we love you guys
Thank
all.
you,
And thank
have an
you for
amazing
coming
day.
out and joining us too.
Yes,
Donnie or no Donnie, it was
yeah,
definitely fun times.
yes,
I hope everybody has a nice Thanksgiving.
I do too.
Even you
you're able to-
Canadians.
Yes, find something, something you love, someone you love. Just find love tomorrow, and just be grateful, and humble, and in the moment, just and please hug your people.
Yes. Yes. Hug your people, tell them you love you, and tell them you love them, and make sure you remember that you love yourself.
Yeah. Yep.
That should be a good takeaway.
Absolutely. I think that's a good place to end it.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you,
We'll
Bird.
see you guys next time.
Yes. Thank you, everybody.
Good night.
Good night. Mwah, mwah.